Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry now for Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Jordan Hicks, third in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver. There to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, the 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Is good.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Murray a give. This is Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running, it's Drake. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down. And
throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
At the 14-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Now Drake, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and short, Drake, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Bills 13, Cardinals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that's caught by Beasley. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Allen. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On play action, Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. On the ground, Geis, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And the lead is now 13.
Good. Makes the score Bills 20, Cardinals 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before half from Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with Drake. A 1st down and more for Drake. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run with Drake. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Drake on the carry.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray, he'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Murray gets this one to Isabella, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the gun, Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down. Blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A good pickup there at 22.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. From just shy of midfield, Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. One thing I think the it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Murray from midfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's the rookie A.J. Epinesa who gets him to the turf.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Murray throwing complete here to Drake. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, has popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Oh, the return is Peterson. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their four-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Murray trying again after the pick six. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Murray's pass.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen now looks to throw. The left side caught by Diggs.
Allen's pass.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, Bills.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Pollard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian, open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Run for Pollard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And now here is another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Bills 30.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage,